All right. Electricity. One of the most distressing situations Ndoki Union has contended with from inception has been electricity blackout in Ukwa-East. We are as well burdened by the plight of our brethren in River State, and so participated in the protest against the heartless seizure of light by PHED from our communities in River State. I made a personal donation in support of our people there to have light. Yes, praise God. A huge lot has been dealt with and so much written with regard to the blackout of Ukwa-East Ndoki on social media platforms especially. I prefer to move forward in this address piece to the current developments that hold promise for our light restoration bid. Let me say that we are close to resolving our electricity difficulties through recent developments on our current pursuit of getting electricity supply from Ovom Akreka Azumini axis. The prospect of getting it from our brethren in River State is still open. You recall that Ndoki Union had moved to finding further solution in this issue in a meeting of Ndoki Union executives and CDC chairman held in Port Harcourt on Tuesday, 23rd of November 2021 at Southern Star Hotel, Port Harcourt. The meeting where Chief Chris Nkwanta made a pledge of 10 million naira to pursue electricity restoration efforts through this axis. A two-man committee led by our Reverend Eze, His Royal Highness Eze Ika had been set up to make necessary findings on the prospect of this axis. This move was followed by a sharing piece of information that the contractor with the original award from Ovom to Africa has mobilized back to site to continue from where he stopped years ago. With this wonderful development, there is hope that by the time light gets to Africa, we will be able to connect from Africa through Azumini to serve Ndoki. This will reduce our financial burden, unlike if we had gone all the way from Ovom or somewhere in between, with the inherent complications and cost implications. From my findings, the work is ongoing. We commend Ndoki people for their patience in waiting for electricity. I commend the nobles also for their monetary contributions towards getting light at sundry times. When we work out the cost from Agrika to Azumini, we will appeal to you once more to support if need be. We must ensure that this opportunity to have sustainable and reliable electricity source is taken. We are also open to other promising opportunities that can bring electricity to Ndoki in Ukwa-East. Pressing towards electricity restoration is an ongoing dialogue. Let us remember that we will have to pay our bills when electricity finally does come. Let me mention here that it is pointless hoping to get electricity through the Aloji Obehe line. EEDC cannot guarantee constant supply of electricity through the Aloji Obehe line. We confirm this from EEDC itself, that the distance from source to Ndoki is too long, and the slightest interference trips the line, the supply, resulting in blackout. If there are assurances that the contractor's return to site guarantees a quick restoration of electricity up to Africa, I recommend that our energy be directed to Obama agricultural axis source in the short term, while continuing to prospect on the AFAM axis, which is certainly the most reliable and best option. Government donation of 15 million. For those who have continued to make a huge fuss about the governor's grant of 15 million, please note that government has a right to determine how its grant can be managed. We wished the whole money was sent to the union to manage, but government agency thought otherwise. Quoting from my address to Ndoki think tank on this subject, which reads thus: following the request made by His Excellency Ambassador Ukwa-East on behalf of Ndoki people for the restoration of electricity, request made in my presence, Governor Okeze Victor Ibazu approved 15 million naira for that purpose. The management of this donation has remained controversial. That the government did not deal with Ndoki Union in regard to the award of electricity contract, to which 10 million naira was released to a Sopradec contract, DJ Electrical. The account we can give and have already given is on the individual donations, from which a total sum of 3.06 million naira was paid to EEDC and the contractor Ndoki Union hired directly. Any inquiry to the scope of work done on our lines by the government contractor should be directed to the managers of the government grant who awarded the contract. Ndoki Union was not part of the award transaction. However, on Thursday, 25th of March 2021, I was in Umuahia by the invitation of the Commissioner for Public Utilities in the company of His Royal Highness Eze Mwabara, Tony Mwabara, and His Royal Highness Eze Ikaguchi Ekeke, to try to resolve the government grant controversy. At the meeting, the Ministry of Public Utilities Commissioner explained that from the record before him, presented by DJ Electrical, 10 million naira given to their contractor out of the 15 million had already been used to work on Ndoki electricity line. He promised to release 3 million via Ndoki Union to be paid to EEDC for electricity consumed, as agreed between Ndoki Union and EEDC last year. The remaining 2 million naira, he said, would be released to the management of the two contractors, that is, government contractor and Ndoki Union contractor, when they both identify any area of need and consult with the Ministry of Public Utilities and Ndoki Union for the release. I report yet again that the 3 million was released to Ndoki Union account finally. Therefore, the union can only account for the 3 million put to its account. We remain grateful to our dear Governor and His Excellency Ambassador Ukwa-East for their kind gestures indeed to have electricity in Ndoki.